Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup. It's the Georgia Bulldogs against the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt here in the booth, and joined on the field by Holly Rowe. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Coach Kirby Smart told me Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason, and challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Georgia Bulldogs will get the first crack on offense today. And welcome to Miami's Hard Rock Stadium for this year's edition of the Orange Bowl. Just to say that name, Joel, just brings back so many memories. So much college football history has taken place down here in South Florida.
And for a couple of guys that went to Colorado, certainly a lot of history. And yes, that was definitely a clip. So Colorado wins that national championship. But here in this edition of the Orange Bowl, I got to tell you, I am so excited to see these two teams play. What great seasons they've had. They are one step away from competing for a championship.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. To throw, it's Stockton. Wide open downfield. They bring it down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
This is a great example from this defense of how to stop the RPO. 1, stay home. Don't give the quarterback a definitive read. That encourages him to just hand off the football. That's kind of his base read. And Chris, once he does so, then you fly to the football. You play with great effort, and you tackle in space, which they're able to do.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got a crease. Jukes to get past a man. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Chris, this is the quarterback's best friend right here. This goes down as a throw and a catch. So it's just stat padding at this point. Beautiful job on the outside. You also have to credit that offensive line. They cut down the edge, and this little pop pass is able to get the edge and get down the field.
The Bulldogs look to keep this drive moving. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the run, there's a man down, injured on the field. It's their sophomore wide receiver who's hurt. Holly will have some information as soon as we can. Offense getting set. Second down play here. A pre-snap motion from the offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more efficiency. If they're unable to do so, it will be a long day.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Stockton. On the move now. Escapes the pocket. And they'll make the tackle, but it'll bring up 4th down. They are in field goal range.
Chris, this is such a frustrating play for a defense. They do everything right. Coverage unit covers everybody up. There's nowhere to throw the football, and yet this quarterback is able to get loose, use his athleticism, and stay ahead of the chains. He makes the offense right, even when the defense is doing its job.
Looking deep down the left side. And it's broken up there. Great play, a 4th down stop. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out. So Alabama's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And the real challenge for this group is the linebacking core on the other side. If you love defensive football, you'll enjoy watching these guys. They're so complete. They've been so dominant.
Chris, isn't it refreshing to get these off-ball linebackers that are the best players on the defense again? It is like yesteryear, a throwback style of defense. They're so fast and so physical. It's a real challenge for any offense, and certainly they're going to have to locate, in particular, this middle linebacker here today.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tight end goes in motion. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
What a huge play by the defensive back. Looks like it's going to be a first down, and he's able to dislodge that ball, create the incompletion. Now it's 4th down. Again, timing. You got to show up at the right time with physicality. Knocks the ball loose, 4th down.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. They'll kick it away here. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Look out, he's breaking free. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
That is way too easy. This defense has got to adjust on first down. You've got to get up there and stop the run. If you can just hand the football off on first down and get first downs, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Game moves it to the 35, first down again. And the back now goes in motion. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
It looks to me like this quarterback is really struggling seeing the defense. This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket. He doesn't understand where his eyes should start and where he should go with the football, and because of that, the indecision leads to a sack. He really needs to start locating the safety right at the snap to understand the coverage that he sees.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Off target and incomplete.
Well, Chris, this set of downs was doomed from the start. You take a sack on first down, it's going to be 2nd and long, and now you're throwing the football because you have to. The defense is ready, it's an incompletion, and now it's 3rd and long.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Catch made in space. Look out. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
Well, this is the advantage of a good quality big tight end, is that he can basically just post up the defense on a 3rd down and you create a first down for your offense. This is the type of mismatch that I think they should exploit the rest of the day.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Back to pass. It's Stockton. The receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Four-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 6 now. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. And that run produces a decent gain.
You know, Chris, one of the things we don't talk about enough in quarterback play is the decision-making in the run game. And here in the RPO, he makes a great read. He's not throwing the football. It doesn't go on his stat sheet, but he hands the football off on a beautiful read, and it's a nice productive gain for this offense.
They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
For an offense, it's always important to stay ahead of the chains, and that's how you convert on third down. So a nice pickup there for the offense.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Receiver in motion now. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He lets it go on the move. Oh, and he dropped it. You do not see that very often from this guy. He's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, Chris, it wasn't technically a pass breakup, but there was nowhere to go if he even caught that. And in fact, I feel like he was even hearing some of the footsteps. You can kind of understand the drop because the defense was all over him.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. They bring him down short of that 1st down marker. Sets up a 4th down and decision time for this coach.
Chris, I like the idea here offensively of getting the ball to the running back in space and allowing him the opportunity to make somebody miss. He just couldn't do that. Give a lot of credit to this defense. They're playing with great pursuit and leverage, good tackling in space, and now it's 4th down.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, I think we were both surprised that they didn't go for this one. But, Chris, how about this kick? Long field goal, he goes out there and just drills it. Beautiful.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Now here's the toss play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
It's Georgia on top right now. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And it's good for a 1st down to the 36.
Really solid stuff from this offense here. Quarterback is making good reads. He sees in the RPO the run-pass option that the handoff is there. The defense is back. He gives it to his back, and he picks up a nice gain.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Got to have your head on a swivel as a quarterback outside of the pocket. I feel like he does a nice job here, Chris. Look, he gets what he can get, and then he just gets down and avoids the big hit. That's a nice job.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there.
They better find a way to pressure this quarterback because he's just sitting back there with nobody in his face. If he's got time, he's going to rip them apart, and he does here on third down. They're able to move the chains. This is a nice job, yes, but the defense has got to change something up front.
They'll hand it off, and the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down, and here the defense does a great job on first down, bowing up and stopping the run, and that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
Looking to throw. Grabbed by the receiver. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Can he get there on the ground? Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
This defense is going to have to answer for what's going on with this offensive line in this run game. You cannot sit there and give up 5 and 6 yards on these run plays. You're going to have to commit more resources. Expect the safety to get up near the line of scrimmage.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The shotgun running play call. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12.
What an advantage for this offense that they have players that they can dump the ball off to on short completions, and then they can take it yards after the catch and create explosive plays. And here, again, it's about timing, getting the ball out quickly, and then the playmaking ability of these players on the outside.
Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, my favorite trait in a corner is not a guy that can cover because you just assume he can. It's a guy that comes up and tackles and will play physical on the outside. Beautiful job right here. Keeps his head on the outside, great posture, and he's able to make the tackle in space.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He tests the middle but gets stuffed. That one goes nowhere. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. That's a design quarterback keeper. And they'll tackle him well short of the marker. Brings up 4th down. And see if they tried out the field goal team. And after the play, it looks like a man is shaken up. The senior defensive end. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And we're all tied up now.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. The 8-yard completion makes it 2nd and 2. The opportunity for the play caller here to be a little bit aggressive. Send the back in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
A big tight end who can run after the catch, Chris, that is every quarterback's dream. All you got to do is hit him in stride, and he does the rest. This guy is sensational.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. To the air, it's Stockton. On the run, he'll let it go. And the ball is picked off. Breaks into the... He could go. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? And he's into the end zone easily. But this might be coming back. There's a flag on the field. So the pick six is wiped away by the defensive pass interference. What a huge call there and a big momentum shift. Quick throw caught on the left side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. So 2nd and 6 now for the pickup 4 on first. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Fires it on the move. Caught over the middle by the tight end. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Chris, we don't often talk about pitch selection for a quarterback and how important it is. Sometimes you've got to drive the football or throw it layered over a linebacker or even with touch down the field. Here, it's zone coverage. It's a curl route. He's got to throw a fastball right in between the defenders and does a beautiful job.
There's the handoff.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
The Dogs looking to cash in this red zone trip. On the ground, it's Frazier. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. And the Tide will now spend their first time out here. They have 2 more to work with before halftime.
Boy, I really love the rhythm that this offensive line is in. Staying out of third down, being able to run the football here. Nice job by the running back and the offensive line, moving the line of scrimmage and moving the chains. This offense is going to continue to build on this success. Now, after running the football on second, you can start to get to the play-action pass. I really love what they're doing here. Great job up front by this defensive line, these linebackers. You can see that this quarterback was a bit confused. He hands the football off on the RPO, but there's nowhere to go. No gain. Great job by this defense.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. Touchdown, Georgia. A great catch and run for 6. That's a great drive. Perfect call and execution to take the lead before halftime. Important because the other side gets the football, Joel, to begin the third quarter.
I don't think you can overstate the importance of a drive like that and a score like that. All these coaches talk about the middle section of the game, winning right before halftime and then right out of halftime. And right here, taking the lead, knowing that you've got to kick it off to start the third quarter, that is a massive moment. Now you can go in, make some adjustments, and really come out with a great defensive game plan for the early third quarter drive.
And they'll set up for the PAT. Connects on the PAT, so it's 10-3. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Grab down the middle. It's Rodgers. Breaking free. End zone ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Alabama.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And the PAT is good. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Return starts from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. To throw, it's Stockton. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31. Timeout call. That's going to be the second for Georgia. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. Now the Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. And the receiver wide open for an easy catch. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the 30.
Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well and get the ball out on time. Now, once you're in the scoring area, you just can't take a sack and don't force the ball down the field.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Bringing pressure. And they trap him for a sack. And that play should likely send us now to halftime.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Springfield. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
And the Bulldogs will kick this away to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. First play of the second half is a handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, it seems like the quarterback made up his mind before the snap. This has got to be a post-snap read. To me, this is a pass read all day long. He gives it to the back, and they don't gain any yards.
Second down play coming up. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. Offense accepts the penalty, moves them a little farther from their own end zone. Offense comes up on 2nd and 5 after the penalty. And they'll use the ground game here. Has the first down and more. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Chris, I always assume that a corner can just cover because he's a corner. But what I always love to see, this is my favorite part of watching a corner play, is he physical in the run game? Will he come up there and make a tackle? I know this is a little pop-pass jet sweep, so it's technically a pass, but this is a physical run fit from a corner on the outside.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Caught in the backfield. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Great swarming defense, but if you're going to catch that ball behind the line of scrimmage and you've got defenders all over you, you might want to just bat that one down and not take the loss. So a clear mistake from the offense, but again, this defense is just flying around, and they're playing so hard and so well right now.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And the punt team now on to kick it away. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. Ball lands right at the 1-yard line and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
This is great recognition by this defense. They see the wide receiver screen. They're able to pursue out and get the tackle for loss. They have been running side to side as well as anybody today. I think that the offense needs to get downhill in the run game and run right at them.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, this is a great example of how to defend the RPO from a defensive perspective. Number one, your secondary player has to stay home and defend the pass. Then you've got to get off blocks up front and win your one-on-ones. If you can do that as a front 7, you can stop the run without the help of that secondary, and you can shut down the RPO.
On the run here, taking a deep shot. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46.
Well, I love that execution on 3rd down. It's about moving the chains, and it's about matchups. He goes to his wide receiver, who you clearly know he loves throwing to in big situations, and they're on the same page again for a 1st down.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Using his legs, it's Frazier. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
Handoff heading left. Quick juke to get free. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
That's a great run and a big pickup in the RPO, the run-pass option. This defense is going to have to shift their focus. They're clearly too concerned with the passing game. You've got to stop the run first if you're going to have a chance in this game.
The Dogs pick up enough for a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
That's a nice read by the quarterback on the RPO, but Chris, the key to that, as we know, is the offensive line not going downfield. Credit those big guys up front holding their water.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. He's got space. You make the stop, but that gains enough to set him up 1st down at the 14.
Chris, you're supposed to build a defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change this scheme immediately. Call something different on defense right now.
On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning. Touchdown, Bulldogs, to put them on top now.
I always talk about vision and patience from a running back, but there's also this other trait that you've got to have to be a great player, and that's a nose for the end zone. And here he's able to take the football, and he finds the goal line, and he puts it across. Beautiful job. This is why this guy is one of the best players in America.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so they're in front now, 17-10. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage.
It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Look at them stay in their rush lanes and get a nice stop.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Throwing off play action. Hit as he released it. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
All right, so you get the completion, and maybe this is a more manageable 4th down opportunity, but I still don't love the idea of going for it and being aggressive. This is just too many yards to go for it. I think the punt is the play.
Punt team ready to boot it away. They'll kick it away here. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And they'll begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. To the air. It's Stockton. Catch made over the middle. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the 1st down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. It's Georgia on top right now. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. They open the 4th by going to the air. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
Here's the second down play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Humphries. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Back to throw again. The pass rush closing in. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
What a great job by this pass rush. On third down, they're able to get pressure on the quarterback and contact him as he throws. That contact, it produces an incompletion. Now it's fourth down.
The Dogs will line up to punt it away. Kick is away high, headed toward the sideline. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, these run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage second and third down opportunities.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Off play action, he's looking to throw. Catch is made down the middle. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38. And they finally feature their elite wide receiver. We've been wondering, Joe, where is this guy? They haven't looked to him that much. May need to make a play to make up this deficit.
And, Chris, I will give this defense credit because they have rolled their coverage over the top of this great wide receiver. But as a quarterback, you're down in this game. Now it's the second half. At some point, you just got to say, I got to go down with my best. You got to target him, and you got to target him often. Body blows, body blows, body blows. You run the football like this, you gain 5, you gain 6, time and time again. That play-action pass is going to be at your disposal. You can get to the RPO. Everything on offense becomes easier. This line is doing a great job. This back is running hard.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
Chris, somebody needs to tell this quarterback that there is a P in the RPO. That's clearly a pass read. He gives it to the back, and they're all over it. The defense was swarming in the backfield for a loss.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, you're not going to execute this comeback unless you can protect your quarterback. And here he's hit as he throws. If this O-line can give him some time, he's going to be able to find somebody down the field. But again, it always comes down to protection.
The punt team making their way on the field. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Bounce right at the 3-yard line and into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
This is exactly what pops up on film in preparing for this defense. His recognition, getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they ever get started. Look how fast he recognizes what's going on and then his instincts to go make the tackle.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Frazier. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's a big play by the defense because now the offense is off schedule. They're behind the chains on third down. They can get after them with the pass rush.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
That is such a good stop by this defense, and you're forcing the punt from this offense. Now you got to rely on your defense. You're up a score. This defense has been good all day long. They need to get a stop now.
The Bulldogs will line up to boot it away. When he comes for his second punt of the game. And they'll kick it away here. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the returner is brought down. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. He's got the first down and still motoring. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
They've got to change something up on defense because this defensive line is just not holding up. They're not winning at the line of scrimmage. These are huge, massive holes being created by the O-line, and the back is just taking advantage of it. They're going to have to commit more resources to stopping the run.
Offensive line getting set. It's first down. On the run, it's Hill. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Well, he's got to put that one behind him and now move forward for this third down. This is really the most important snap thus far of the game. And as a quarterback, you've got to go out there and really execute. So remember, it's about feet, it's about timing, it's about accuracy. Put all those three together.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Here comes the pressure. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
This is exactly what this defense wanted to do. As they talked to us in our meetings leading up to this game, they said we got to hurry this quarterback, get him off of his spot, and disrupt the timing of the passing game. And here he is clearly hurried by this pass rush.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. Defense gets the stop on fourth down. Grinding away on the ground. Fighting off the defender. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. And the Tide will now spend their first time out here. They still have two more to work with here in the final quarter. Second down play coming up for this offense. Play action fake, looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact, no penalty, brings up third down.
It really comes down to rhythm, Chris, and right now it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They can complete this ball, but again, just not on the same page.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Quick throw, testing the middle. Oh, he makes the catch. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it? And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Dogs.
Chris, anytime you've got these post routes built into the concept and you see quarters coverage with the safety down, that's the first read. It's an alert on the outside. As soon as that safety stays down, throw it up over the top. Beautiful read by the quarterback. That's a great throw and a touchdown for this offense.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Here comes the rush. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
This is a really poor decision. You've got to manage the game as a quarterback, make your offense right. And here, it's the first play of the drive. And as soon as you break contain and you're outside of the pocket, you cannot take a sack. That ball has got to be thrown into the 5th row, burn the ball, create 2nd and 10 rather than 2nd and forever.
He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! And he'll be brought down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense from the 29. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got it in the open. Tackle made it at 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
No mystery who they're looking to on 3rd down. You find your best wide receiver, you love the matchup, and you go to him. That's an easy pitch and catch and an easy 1st down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Boy, that is such good timing by the defender. Chris, they're trying to get the ball to the tight end, but right as the ball arrives, you can tell there's some contact there, and he's able to jar it loose and create the incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Looking to chuck it again. With the catch, it's Rodgers. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? And the pressure's on. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, how bold do they want to be here? It's 4th and short. You're on your own side of the 50. Do you want to stay on the field with your offense? Boy, if you don't convert here, you are just setting up the opposition with great field position.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Bring him down, but not before he converts that 4th down play. He'll be ruled down there, but a 4th down conversion with plenty to spare. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab.
Chris, I know this sounds crazy, but these are some of my favorite plays as a former quarterback. You get off coverage, and you can just take 3 yards. You take them, and now you're in manageable situations. So as a quarterback wide receiver, I know this looks like nondescript play, but man, these are important. Creating 2nd and short, 3rd and short. Nice job by this offense.
Running out of time in the pocket. And the time will now use their 3rd and final timeout. They can no longer stop the clock with a timeout. So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, we've got a game wrecker on our hands. 2nd straight sack here. And I got to tell you, this offense, they better start accounting for him. He is so good. And now, whether it's a back or a tight end, you've got to start double teaming him in pass protection, or else this could turn into a rout.
Pressure is coming. He's hit as he throws it. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game, and the ball will turn over on downs. And with this one wrapped up, the quarterback will just take a knee. And that will wrap up our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the game. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.